Well, they are bookstores like no other. Here to talk about the most unique independent bookstores is our local shopping blogger, Judy Bell. I love the subject today.
Oh, hi. Me too.
Hi, how are you?
I'm just great. I'm glad to be back, especially with promoting these bookstores. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is, excuse me, Birchbark Books. And that is just off Lake of the Isles Parkway, so you can go by the beautiful homes, and then you go to this bookstore. It was opened by Louise Erdrich. It's her bookstore, and she's a very prolific author. She has actually 27 books. And her dad used to give her a nickel every time when she was a little girl when she wrote a story. So it was great inspiration for her to keep writing.
Did she write Ordinary People? Was that her?
I'm not sure about that. But anyway, she also is a Turtle Mountain. She's in the Turtle Mountain Band of Ojibwe and grew up in North Dakota. So there's a lot of focus on Native American crafts and things in this store. So you can see some of them here. I love this little birch bark.
I love that too.
$35 only. So it's a great little house. There are different kinds of health oils. This smells incredible. I'm buying that. And there's beautiful jewelry. And also, it's not just Native American. They have a wide variety of books. I bought this one. It's by Jim Lynn Festi, who's also a Minneapolis author and poet. And this is his story about going to China, his pilgrimage. And I've got about 3 friends who have gone on pilgrimages recently, and I'm going to go on mine with this book in my living room.
I like it.
I like that
idea. You can have pilgrimage right there in your house.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to some of the others.
One other thing is the architecture in this store. It's by Jim Smart Architects in Minneapolis. And it has a hobbit house in there. It has a little loft for the kids and a reused confessional. And Louise is posting her sins in a collage in the confessional. So
You're kidding.
No, it's true. It says it on the website, and I saw them in there.
I love that
And so
idea.
next, we're going to go to Wild Rumpus. This is in Linden Hills. And this store's been there for 22 years, and it was co-founded by Colette Morgan and Tom Braun. Do you remember the Braun's fashion stores?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
That was Tom's dad, Gil Braun. And I worked there. I did display there for 9 years, so it's close to my heart.
And I spent many hours with my daughter in that bookstore. It's been a while, but you know, the great thing about this place is they also have, you know, cats roaming and other animals.
Ferrets. There's a tarantula. There's a praying mantis. And all of them are named after authors or characters in books. And they do special events like a sheep shearing, you know, just to get the kids in, and then there will be books related to that. What their goal was to get kids excited about reading, and the store is modeled after this book where a young boy brought a salamander home, and then he had to bring things in for the salamander to make it comfortable. They did that in the bookstore, so it is fascinating, and if you've been there,
it's great.
You know that.
Moving on to St. Paul Common Good Books, also a great bookstore.
This is Garrison Keillor's store, opened in 2006, and the first book that the bookseller brought out for me to feature was this one here by William Kent Kruger, who has a whole line of these mysteries, and I haven't read that, but in my book club, we just finished this one, Ordinary Grace. Everybody in the book club loved it. It's my all-time, one of my very favorite books in my top 5. It's set in the 1960s. And
if you've been watching the Roosevelts and you're addicted to the Roosevelts now, as I've been watching the PBS series, it's fantastic. And now there's a book. Yeah.
So what do you do with your books after you're finished with them? You can put them in little free libraries. Now these are, the first one was a model of a schoolhouse just on a post. And a
while ago I did a story on these little free libraries. They're wonderful.
Fantastic, yeah. So anyway, this gentleman started them, and now there are I think 15,000. They expect to have 70,000 of these around the world. They're in places in like Brazil, Korea. They're all over the place. So the power of what one person can do to do good for the world is really evident with that. So
don't waste a book. Share it with the world.
Exactly.
All right, Judy Bell, as always, thanks for giving us some great ideas. Because, you know, we want to cherish our books, and we should share them. And we love also really unique bookstores, too.
Yeah.
All right, you can check out Judy's other shopping finds at her blog. It is energetic-retail.com.
Yes, thank you.
And all this information also you can find on our website, myfox9.com. Thank you, Judy.
Thank you.